Have Ani, Matt, and Amani the best throuple ever or not? Um, so they had a happy, fun introduction to the family, even though it was stressful at first, but now the families accepted them, so everyone's happy. They're out there playing in the field. I'm not sure what the heck they're doing, kissing on a swing. They go to a winery, they go to a church, and they talk in the church. And, I'm wondering if God wants them in the. No, I'm just joking. God brings everyone in the church. I mean, I've said it's like a hospital. Anyway, God welcomes anyone, and that's why I really love God, because He's accepting of us all. And He's accepting of us, especially if we're willing to work on who we are. I'll say that. We have to be open minded to work on ourselves. That's a side note, just getting my little bit of my faith in there. Not sure if this even connects with these three, but anyway, now Ani has to choose who she'll marry, because according to the church, not just the church, but the world generally, you can't marry three people. She has to pick one. So, Ani, who do you want to marry? Um, whose name's going to be on the visa? Do you want a church wedding? We can have three different cultural weddings. So all of these things come up. And Amani's like, hey, I don't want you to feel any pressure. You could choose whoever you want, but please choose me. She has this whole spiel pulled out. And, they previously, her and Matt had a Vegas wedding. So she's like, I want to pull out the stops in this wedding, and I want to be the bride in this wedding, and two bride wedding, and all of this she wants, right? And Matt does his little Ani love speech and just talks about how he loves and cares about her. And kind of everything they went through, but they love each other. So they both kind of do their spiel like, which one do you want to marry? And Ani's like, well, Amani does say, marry me, marry me. And she says this is the time where she can be her true self. She gets to, I guess, in a way, come out for everyone in this really big way. Marry me, marry me, marry me. That's Amani. But hey, Ani, she never plays by the rules. She's gonna choose Matt. She's never gonna give Amani what she wants. Amani wants this throuple. She wants to be, to me, I feel like, validated by another woman. I feel like that's a problem if you feel like you need another person to validate you, whether it is a man or a woman. You should have enough within you to feel validated. My faith helps me feel validated as well, my connection with God. But I feel like you need to have some type of validation on your own versus hoping that this other person will do so. She has a good husband there. He's not enough validation for her. She needs this woman to validate her. But Ani's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I think we need a man to protect our family. So I'm going to choose Matt because he's going to be our protector. Okay, it kind of makes sense, but Ani's mad. And Ani basically is just stealing her husband right from underneath her. Hey, he divorced you just so he can marry the third throuple lady, and you're really gonna be the third wheel, my friend, if any wheel at all. Honestly, Matt is in for it. The three of them at this moment in time are like, hey, we're gonna do this marriage thing. I think they have another room that they're staying in together. But Matt's in for it. He's got him two women. Maybe it's double the pleasure, but it's gonna be double the pain. Because these two both have strong personalities and they kind of make everything all about them. But he's gonna see in a moment. Amani's not gonna let him down when it comes to that. Amani does say, she feels like her heart's been stabbed, but right at this time, she's acting happy. We're about to get married, the three of us, but really just my husband and another woman. Anyway, Ani is thinking about all the plans they need to make. But she says, marriage is just for the paperwork. It's not that I love him more. Um, but she's Amani's pulling out all the stops, celebrating them, bringing them drinks and cake, and they're bonding in the hot tub area. They haven't gotten into the hot tub yet, so but they all end up going back out and having cake, like a celebratory thing. But to me, the two married to be seem like they're bonding without Amani, which they did the first night when they slept together without her. I'm like, come on, don't you see the pattern, Amani? So Ani asked a great question. Amani, do you agree with my decision? And she compares it to getting a B on your final. I studied and studied and still I get a B. More like an F. I mean, if I got a B, I can live with the B. I don't know if I can live with another woman marrying my husband. But anyway, Ani, it's like, I showed you that I like you, but you're too much stress. You want to be the boss and control everything. He's more rational and she's explosive. She may kick me and my daughter out at any time. I mean, Ani, you got points on points on points with Amani. She is a lot. And she wants to feel validated. She's putting too much on you, Ani. I mean, to me, I couldn't be in a relationship where the person puts too much on me, where I have to fulfill all of the dreams that they've ever had when it comes to their sexuality, when it comes to validation. Like, I feel like it's too much. Matt says, "Hey, you guys don't make me feel divided," because Amani starts saying, "Well, you chose him instead," and kind of being upset about it. He's like, "Hey, don't make me feel divided. I love you both." And Amani's still like, "Why not me? Maybe she loves him more. Maybe they'll be married and kick me out of the picture. Very possible, especially if they're legally married. Or maybe she just doesn't want to have a long-term relationship with the woman. What is her hang-up? What's wrong with you, Ani?" Well, there's a lot wrong with you, Amani. I mean, to me, it's just the validation. You're putting too much on this woman to be your completion of yourself when you need to just work on completing yourself, even beyond your own husband. You need to have some completion for yourself and validation for yourself at the end of the day.